Welcome to part 3 of Competency 15. In this video, we will work with measures of central tendency from Competency 15, of course, using that TI-84 calculator. Number 1, what is the mean, mode, median, and range, respectively, of the following data list? Okay, so what we need to do is enter these into a list in our calculator. So we should push stat, and number 1 is highlighted that we want to be. And as you can see, we have entered all of these data points in L1. Now let's double check these. I've double checked them, but let's go ahead and look at the end. You do that by arrowing up twice, pops you to the bottom. So looks like we ended at 64, and then we'll go back that. So you arrow down twice, and it did have 73 to begin. Okay. So now what we need is the mean, mode, median, and range. Well, that can be found go to stats, arrow over to calc for calculate, and our 1 vars is highlighted. Push enter. Okay, we have L1 already populated. If you don't remember how to get that, you push second, go to number 1, enter. Do not push anything, or rather put anything in your frequency list. That's not what we're doing right now. So you enter twice, and there we go. This first item, it has X bar. That is actually our mean of our sample population, our sample data. So that is 68.83 repeated. Okay, well, they didn't put their little bar above it, but that doesn't matter. That gets rid of A and D. So now we're down to B and C. The next thing that we need to do, oh, you know what, I should put a check over that instead. That is a check. Now let's look at mode. We don't want to look at mode right now. Let's skip that. I'll show you in a second how to verify mode. You can kind of see it right now. Okay, let's go to median. Arrow down, and you'll see MED, that is 68. Okay, well, that is in option B, but not in option C. They have 64. So I'm going to say right now, I can eliminate that, option C, and we're going to go with option B. Okay, but let's go back, and we need to double check. Okay, we have 2 things that we've checked for sure. Okay, but before we move on, we're going to go with our range. Let's double check that range. Okay, so we have a minimum here. They give us a minimum of 58. Okay, but let's go check our max. Arrow down. Our max is 86. So we're going to have 86 minus the 58. Well, I can see right now that that is 28. Okay, let's double check the range and the mode anyway. So second mode. Okay, we're going to have our 68 minus our 58, push equal. Oh, sorry, 86. It would help if I do it correctly, right? 86 minus the 58. All right, okay, 28. We're good. Now, to double check mode, verify it, what do we need to do? Go to your stat right here. Now, in other videos, you may see me using a different way to get to this, but it is right here on this page. Okay, so right below number 1, edit, we have 2, sort A. That's what you want, so push 2. Now, we are sorting L1. Okay, L1 is what we populated, so we're going to go second, number 1. I like to close my parentheses, push enter. It says, hey, we have done what you want. So go back to our stat, go to our number 1. Now, see what it's done? We have our minimum there first. It has ordered the entire list for us. Okay. So now we go down and we look for what mode we have. Mode is the number that is seen the most. How many have we seen the most? Okay. Keep going. We're going to try to verify 71. So far, we have some like 68 has 1, 2, 3, 4, but we need more in 70. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes. And you can like look in your list and kind of verify that. Yes, looks like the second runner up would be 68. So that verifies option B. Okay, that's all great. Now let's go to number 2. Number 2 and number 3 will be different. Okay, number 2. In a room of 10 people, 6 of them have a weight of 150. Of the remaining 4 people, one weighs 200 pounds and 2 others each weigh 140 pounds. If the mean weight of all the 10 people is 154.5 pounds, what is the weight of the 10th person? Do not let this 10th person throw you off. It just means that we're going to look for that X first. Okay, so what are we really doing here? This is what we're doing. We are going to take 6 people, so 6, and in parentheses to multiply this, we have 150, okay? Then we have plus 200, then plus this 200 right here. Then we need to go 2 others each at 140. That again is 2, and then in parentheses, we can go 140. Okay, now to get the mean, remember we add everything up, and then we're going to divide it by the total. And our total is 10 people, okay? And all of this equals 154.5. Okay, so what we need to do, you didn't notice what I did, That's 9 people. I need to add in the 10th person. Very important. Okay, now we have 154.5. Okay, all right. So I'm going to change colors just for some clarity. All right, so what we need to do first is divide by both sides by 10. Okay. I mean, not divide, multiply to get rid of the division of 10. So if we multiply both sides by 10, what are we doing? We're eliminating that. We're canceling it out. Now, remember, the name of the game is to get this X right here, okay, the 10th person. So what we need to do now is this entire expression, we need to subtract it from both sides. We need to bring all of this over there. Okay, let's see here. We can literally move it to the other side. Let's see if this works. I haven't done this before, so let me see if I can get this to work for you. Okay. Oh, look at there. I'm going to move the whole thing over. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm canceling the whole thing out. I'm moving it over. Okay. But what I'm really wanting to do is create an expression that I can put in my calculator. So let me rewrite what I've done. I have x equals 154.5 times the 10. And now what am I subtracting? I am subtracting all of this. 6 times the 150 pounds plus the 200 pounds plus the 2 animals excuse me, 2 people, oh, wrong question, at 140. And I will enter that in my calculator. Okay, so let's enter this in the calculator. So second mode, right? So we will say 154.5 times 10. But now we're going to subtract the entire expression of 6 times 150 plus the 200 plus the 2 more people at 140. Now I'm going to close it again. All of that closed in another parentheses. And push enter, and we should get something usable. And we do. And it happens to be option A. That is 165. Great. All right. Now, if you missed what I did here, what I did was I took this phrase and I subtracted the whole thing from both sides. But you should be able to see that. I just wanted to save a little time. Okay. Well, we're only going to have so much room. Okay. So let's go with number 3 now. The mean weight of 34 cats and dogs. This is the actual animals. 34 animals, which are just cats and dogs, at We Love Pets Animal Shelter is 38 pounds. If 2 of the dogs weigh 40 pounds and 60 pounds, respectively, are adopted, what is the mean weight of the remaining cats and dogs? Now, this is going to be done in 2 sections, 2 steps. First step is let's do a little setup, okay? So what are we going to have? We're going to have 40 pounds, okay? Plus the 60 pounds, then plus all of the other animals, okay? That's what's going to be added up. Okay, we're not given all the weights, but it doesn't matter. Now we have a total of 34 animals in the entire animal shelter. And they're telling us that they all weigh together 38 pounds. Oh, sorry, need to equal there. Okay. Oh, did it again. All right, here we go. Well, it should work. Delayed. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to find out what the total weight is of the animals we have right now. Well, that's simple. We just multiply both sides by the 34. Okay, that's kind of what we did in the prior problem, but it's going to work out differently for us this go round. Okay, so we can mark those out. So now really what we have is we have all of this right here equaling this. So now to figure out what the total weight of X is, we're just going to subtract that. So our X will actually equal, okay, let's go to our calculator. The 38 times the 34 minus 100. We have to subtract out the 40. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just do it as is. We're subtracting on both sides, okay? We're subtracting 40 plus 60. Okay, this is just simple algebra. So, algebra manipulation. So, this we should be able to do. Uh-oh. Let's delete that. Now we need to push enter. And that's going to give us 1,192 pounds. Okay, that's the total weight of all the other animals. Well, I see over here that that is option D. So obviously we're looking for the mean, and that's a total. So that's going to give us this total weight of X. So this is a total, not a mean. Okay, now, so what do we need to do? All right, we need to take, well, first off, consider what average is. Average is a total divided the number of items, number of data. For us, that is the number of pets. So we're going to take the total weight of the pets and divide by the number of pets. Well, what is our number of pets? Well, that's 34 minus these two right here. The 40 pound, okay? Two dogs. One was 40 pounds, one was 60 pounds. We subtract them out. So let's put this in the calculator. So that's one, well, we already have. So let's just push divide by. What's 34 minus 2? 32. Oh, well, I'm going to have to do it anyway. I ruined that. 1, 1, 9, 2. Once I put something in and delete it out, I couldn't do the automatic answer thing. Okay, so now 32. There you go. And that is our mean or average weight of all the pets. Okay, if you didn't quite catch all that, stop the video, rewind, write it out for yourself, and try it again. Look at my steps. Okay, let's move on. Okay, number 4, what is the median and mode of these numbers? Okay, again, we go to stat, we want to be on edit, which we are, and we push enter. Okay, all of these items, the data, all of it is put into L3 for this situation. Okay, notice that. Oh, and I didn't mention this before, I don't think. Over in L2, I have a sequence, okay? And the sequence I just populated that with 50 values just in case I needed it. Okay, and that helps me enter all these numbers and know where to enter. So I noticed that these are rows of tens. I split it so I can figure out, how to keep up with it. But it's just a little trick to help you keep up so you know that you're entering your values correct the first time. So you don't have to keep going over in case there's a mistake. Now we need to, again, push stat, go over to calc. We are in var, on one var stats again. So we push enter. Oh, we went too far. That went to a Z. Okay, now let's push enter. Maybe I pushed something. Okay, but we want L3. So second 3. Remember, don't put anything in the frequency list, and that didn't do it. What happened? It might be, okay, we need second 3. Enter, enter, enter. And there we go. It is that we don't want a mean, we want a median. Let's see what our median is. 75 and the mode. Okay, well, I have a 75 here and a 75 here and a 75 here. Okay, well, how do I find out what the mode is? Okay, well, mode, as you know, is not in our one var stat. So we go to stat again, and then we're going to go to number 2. You can arrow down or push number 2, doesn't matter. Okay, and we need L3. So second 3, close parentheses, enter. It says it's done. Go back to our stat, our list. Okay, it's all in order for us. It's been arranged. So we need to see who the mode is by seeing who has the most. It could be 100. Possibility, but let's see. 75. Let's check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's several. Okay, my eyes didn't even catch that. Let's see the 100. I guess I saw 100 because there's 3 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It has to be 75 for both. It's a trick question. Your median and your mode is option A of 75. Okay. That makes sense. All right. A list of numbers is number 5. A list of numbers contains 5 13s, 2 21s, 1 32, and 7 40s. What is the median? Okay, don't list all those out. As you can see over here, how many numbers do I have? 7. There are 7 actual data values on one side. Now, over here on this side, how many do you have? You have 7. In the middle, we have 32. Remember, the definition of median is the actual physical middle value, the very middle, in this case, middle number. Okay, remember, it's middle value. Okay, and we're going to figure that out in the next number 6. So we need the very middle of that. Well, that's just 32. Do we have 32? Yes, we do. So you don't even need your calculator for this question if you're asked in this particular manner. But for number 6, this is going to be different. Okay? The median for a list of numbers arranged in ascending order, okay, occurs midway between the 69th and 30th number. How many data values are there? Okay, so the middle of this, the median of these is actually between. So that will be 29.5. So you know the amount of numbers is literally going to be 29 on one side, and then you have to repeat that on the other side. So we know because it's halfway in between, we can go with this whole number. Okay, we can use the whole numbers. So we know that it will be 29 times 2. And I said, always use your calculator for all of these. Uh-oh, wrong place. Clear that out, back out. Okay, 29 times 2, which of course gives us 58, and that is option C. Okay, we're done with this video. Remember, like us, share us, and definitely subscribe so I can keep bringing you all these great free materials. Oh, and don't forget that we are starting to put up your forms where you can print out the questions and other hints and things, hint videos. Okay, like I said, subscribe. Happy testing.